Good evening. Thank y'all for tuning in. I want to talk to y'all today about mindset and how it affects customer service. As business owners, sometimes we may not think mindset has to do with customer service, but if you think about it, how do you expect to be able to push and motivate your team members if you don't have your mindset in check? Now, for this example, I'm going to be using my friend named Kenny, and I'm going to be telling his story about how he lost his entire security company because he didn't have his mindset in check. And Kenny wanted me to tell y'all this story because he didn't want you guys to fall into the same pitfall as he did and lose everything because of mindset. Now, here goes Kenny's story. One day, Kenny wakes up 6 o'clock in the morning. Kenny's phone goes off. He gets a notification from social media. He scrolls to the message and he sees that his friend is getting a divorce from his wife because his wife cheated on him. So, moving the story along, Kenny and the friend was text messaging back and forward. Oh man, that's wrong. Oh, she did me like this. So instead of Kenny thinking like, man, that's messed up, I'm sorry for you, buddy, Kenny started going into the closet and Kenny started smelling his wife's panties and stuff like that because Kenny started thinking his wife was cheating on him based upon what was going on with Kenny's friend. So, moving story along, later on that evening, when Kenny got to his security company or whatnot that he owns, he was a little snippy with some of his team members. Normally if somebody does something wrong, Kenny would say, oh, hey guys, let's kind of like do it this way next time. But no, this day, Kenny was like, man, you like, why you? So Kenny was just being completely out of character. And Kenny's employees, his team members, they knew what was going on or whatnot because Kenny was honest and told them that he thinks his wife is cheating on him. So what wound up happening was, by Kenny thinking his wife is cheating on him, Kenny, instead of being on post with his team members, Kenny was out parked outside his wife's job and, snooping and looking and just doing the most for no reason. And then what wound up happening was Kenny's team members got tired of Kenny, snapping at him for no reason. So they wound up, walking out on Kenny. And so now Kenny is all by himself at his security company. So now, instead of Kenny tending to his clients, Kenny is out doing other things, trying to see if his wife is cheating. Now, by that happening, Kenny winds up losing the attention of all of his clients, and then Kenny winds up losing his security company. And then by him losing his security company, he also loses his wife and his family and everything like that. But now, what could Kenny had done to prevent this from happening? Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you two things that could have helped Kenny out with this right here. Number one thing is meditation. If Kenny hadn't meditated that morning, Kenny would not have been in that same predicament, I guarantee you. Second thing is journaling. If Kenny had journaled his emotions, he wouldn't have been in that physical state neither. Now, first thing Kenny done wrong, guys, was grab his phone. First thing in the morning, you should never, ever grab your phone and look at social media or anything negative like that because you never know what kind of information somebody's going to hit you with. So what Kenny should have done was when his alarm clock went off on his iPhone 15 or whatnot, he should have just hit the off button and then woke up out of bed and started getting his mind together. Because your mind is like a car. Hopefully in the winter, dead of winter, you don't get in your car and drive off without letting the car warm up in December. No, hopefully you don't. So your mind is like that too. You have to have your mindset in check. You have to have your mind warmed up before you take in that kind of negativity like that to see that your friend is getting a divorce. Like that's like a hard hitter right there. Like that's going to throw your whole day off. So Kenny should have not worried about his phone or his friend or anybody at that for that matter. Kenny should have worried about Kenny and got his brain in check. Then once Kenny meditated, Kenny should have journaled for a few minutes or whatnot and then express his feelings on paper. Once Kenny's done meditating and journaling and getting his mind together, then it would be okay for Kenny to pick up his phone, look at social media, see that his boy is getting a divorce because he got cheated on. And then at that point, Kenny would not have been in that emotional state thinking, man, is my wife cheating on me? No. Kenny would not have been thinking like that, guys, because Kenny would have had his mindset in check. So journaling and meditation would have been the two seeds that Kenny could have planted that still would have made him have his company, Kenny Security. Now, let me tell you what this actually does to the consumer. Let me show you how the business owner not having his, her, they, or them mindset in check actually affects the consumer. Now, remember early in the story, I was telling you that Kenny was being a little bit snippy towards some of his team members, and that's why they wound up leaving him. So think about it. By Kenny being snippy towards his team members feel like, man, I don't want to be talked to crazy because you got some bullshit going on at home, Kenny. Like, they was working with Kenny, but Kenny just kept on like being mean to him. So that actually affected Kenny because it made Kenny's employees, his team members, lose faith in Kenny. Like they started devaluing Kenny. Then what wound up happening was, by the team member being put under that kind of pressure from Kenny and Kenny's BS at home, the team member wound up treating the customer mean. So Kenny wound up getting a ball of emotion, throwing it to his head of security. His name is Big John. He threw it to his head of security, Big John. Big John inhaled all of that negative information, all of that negativity that Kenny threw at him, and then Big John exhaled it, regurgitated, balled all that energy up, and then Big John threw that same energy at the customer. The customer then was hit with all of that negative energy and was like, damn, I don't feel valued, I don't feel appreciated, I don't know what they got going on today, but I'm not paying $5,000 a month for security for you to be up here treating me like this. No way, Jose. I can go find 1,000 other security companies to go up and, secure me and my 2 kids or whatnot. So Kenny Security Company, no, no, no. Let's not go with these guys over here. No, no, no. You see how because Kenny didn't have his shit together, it affected Big John, because Big John then threw the ball of negative emotion at the customer, which then made Kenny, his company, look crazy, which made the client wind up leaving the company. And so when it was all said and done, Kenny wound up losing all of his clients, every single one of his clients, because of this fact. He didn't have his mind in check. And I wish Kenny would have actually called me before everything had kind of spiraled out. Kenny didn't call me and let me know what was going on till after he had lost his business. So at that point, it really wasn't too much I could do, like giving him my feel to really help my buddy out with that particular business right there. But I am working with Kenny and everything. We are, trying to get him something else going, because I don't want to see, another fellow business owner lose everything because of insecurities. But yes, so Kenny lost everything, and see, that's why he wanted me to talk to y'all today about, mindset and how it affects customer service. So that about wraps it up for today's video, guys. It was an absolute pleasure speaking with y'all today. Until next time, I'll catch y'all later.